Pork Rinds, live all week from Oxnard, California. Continues all week. South Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1, San Antonio's Sports Star.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America NA.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because feeling full can sound like this.
How did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
And like this.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-298-9383. 800-298-9383. Again, that's 800-298-9383. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
Eczema flaring up again? We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream. Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart, H-E-B, and other fine stores.
The biggest pro football contests in Vegas are back. Circa Survivor and Circa Million are now up to a record $16 million in guaranteed prizes. 2 ways to win and no rate. Circa Survivor contestants select one team each week with no point spread. Last the longest to win it all with $10 million guaranteed. In Circa Million, make 5 picks against the spread each week for your share of $6 million guaranteed through quarterly and full season payouts. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. Visit circasports.com for details.
Everything must go. Don't miss out on these unbeatable deals. Visit Team Express Superstore today. 75% off on all apparel and footwear, and up to 60% off of all football and baseball equipment and performance gear. Team Express Superstore on East Nakoma.
El Guacamole Mexican Grill on 25020 Blanco Road is now ready to serve up the cold drinks with your favorite Mexican dish. Come celebrate the grand opening of their bar this August 15th and get a free margarita only at El Guacamole Mexican Grill, 25020 Blanco Road.
Why'd the kid jump off the boat?
I don't know. Why?
Peer pressure.
Oh, good one, Ned.
Ned isn't funny, but Ned owns a boat, and you don't. So every time Ned tells another one of his unfunny boat puns, you're going to laugh loud and keep on laughing until you get...
Yeah, I get it.
And when you do get a boat of your own, make sure you save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Your weekend just got better with 2 incredible Macy's summer savings events going on right now. We're kicking it off with back-to-school deals like 30% off Levi's and 25% off Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, and more. Plus, our home sale continues with deals like 60% off bedding from Charter Club. Or use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 15% off throughout the store. Don't miss these incredible events at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the first annual Back to School Drive this Saturday from noon till 2 p.m. while supplies last at Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children, only while supplies last, so don't be late. This Saturday, noon to 2 p.m. at Gomez Law Firm, 943 Moss Rock Drive, presented by the Gomez Law Firm and in part by ProStar Home Care Services, Sonora Bank, Las Palapas, and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Big thank you to Terrence Steele for joining us here on the Morning Huddle. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star out at Cowboys training camp. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and Southern Recipes. Small batch pork rinds.
The breakfast of champions.
That is. If Rob is a champion, then it is indeed the breakfast of champions. Yeah, good dude. And
he's got some questions to answer. He answered it. He second or most pressures offered by a red tackle last year in the NFL. And that was in an offensive system that stressed short, quick passes and timing. So it's hard to get the pressure anyway. So Terrence, coming off the knee injury and with a new offensive blocking scheme, did not have his best year. This is a bit of a prove-it year. And you combine that with the fact that he is, other than Zach, he's the guy. He's the old
senior guy.
So he's going to have to fill that void as a leader and also bring his game up to the level of what he's getting paid. This is a big year for him.
And there's no longer a likely Hall of Famer on the opposite side of that line
who could come and step and fill in for him when he was hurt like he had. This is important.
Yeah, and I think half the battle, maybe not half the battle, but a good portion of the battle is understanding that you didn't have a great year last year. And he seems to see that. When you brought it up, he was like, yeah, it wasn't as good as it should have been. And because a lot of guys will be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it wasn't me.
That was great. You don't watch film.
I'm a 5-year vet, man. I'm an old head with $80 million in the bank.
You told him like this was not the year that you hoped you had, and he's like, no, it wasn't. And that's a positive sign to me, because I'd rather people realize when things aren't up to snuff than not. And he seems to get it. So, and again, I think he's got a tough job this year, because he answered it probably the best way he could. I don't think there's a world where this line can be better than it was last year. Like, I don't think it can be better, because you can't lose the guys that they lost and be better. At least not right away.
And how do you reflect a good line? It's protecting the quarterback from sacks, and your running backs are running unfettered for 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. That's the best way you can judge that. Well, Dak, especially on the right side, had a little bit of pressure. They lost Pollard, their stud running back, so the line's not going to have a guy that's capable of making the line look good, because he's gaining 150 yards a game. So, the things that make you look good are gone. They're minus a stud wide receiver as we sit now. So his quarterback's going to have to deal with some bad guys behind, and that reflects on the line as well if there's hesitation from the quarterback. So, no, this is not the best situation. But I do know this. The thing about McCarthy more than anybody else that I've been around as far as the head coach, boy, he values his offensive line. And being a former lineman himself, he focuses on that, off season. And whenever he talks about the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement, McCarthy gets fined every year for, one extra practice, one extra thing. And it's normally because of the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
I mean, they stress he calls it, and I've taken it, the ballet, the synchronization of that offensive line is valuable. And with the new people in, it just doubles the workload.
I said we were going to get to this. I want to make sure we do before we hit the daily lines coming up in the final segment of our program today. The U.S. men's debut in Olympic 3-on-3 basketball didn't go well. I say women also lost at 3. We suck at 3-on-3 basketball.
We're not sending our best, AJ.
Yeah, Team USA loses to Serbia 22-14. Teach me how to jimmer. Bro, 4 points?
Why aren't we sending NBA guys? Seriously, why? Every other professional, we're sending our best golfers. We're sending our best basketball players. We're not going to send our best NBA types because they're taken. But the second best?
This is the thing. Not only are we not sending our best, so Canyon Barry is on the team, who is Rick Barry's son. He is a scientist. He's a scientist for a defense contractor. This isn't a guy who's like playing basketball in Europe or something like.
No.
He's a scientist.
He's a dalliance. He's not there to compete. He's there to have fun.
I don't like this. And of course, what did he do? 2 points and a rebound. Thanks for nothing, Canyon.
A Jimmer who hadn't played defense in his entire life. That has to be addressed. This is our game. We're not, and I know that the Euros have jumped on this 3-on-3
And
trend.
3-on-3 is different.
It is very different.
Man.
But the thing about 3-on-3 is one guy by himself can win it. You can literally, if you have one stud, you can go win a 3-on-3 game.
And I would bet that there are guys who would love to do it.
Absolutely. A chance to put on the flag and go defend. Now, it might not be the full court game that you're used to, but I bet there's 50 NBA guys that would line up to go to the Olympics.
And if you found some guys who, let's say they're not the caliber of player that is going to be playing in the regular Team USA. Like, you're not going to be on the USA.
I'm talking about part-time NBA starters, but at least send some NBA dudes, not dudes that couldn't even get a training camp offer. Dude, like Jimmer.
Give me Mac McClung. You know what I mean? Like a dudes who are playing in the G League who at least have some bounce and some game.
That's embarrassing. That will have to be addressed. That should not occur under our watch as the United States, to have our game taken from us and be embarrassed by it.
Yeah, not even close. And there are guys like, particularly, I think being able to shoot would be a pretty big deal in this game. And there are guys, like I said, who will never be asked to be on Team USA's regular basketball team, but for instance, like Grayson Allen is a guy that comes to mind. A guy who his only job in the NBA is to go shoot. And okay, let that guy go shoot. Let Sam Hauser come out and just shoot.
There's enough guys to where this shouldn't even be a conversation. We legitimately should be talking about it like we have the appropriate fear for the Serbians. That should be the conversation instead of, I hope Jimmer shows up today.
We don't have the appropriate fear is the problem with 3-on-3. Like, we're not as embarrassed. Or we'd have freaking, Bobby Portis or somebody out there. Just give me anybody. Give me Sam Merrill. Anybody.
Dr. Barry. Paging Dr. Barry.
What? Hey, can you mix up some chemicals that make us better at 3-on-3 basketball in your science lab?
It borders on arrogance.
It kind of does.
It really does. I mean, you know who they brought to play, y'all? Jimmer Fredette and Dr. Brock. What's his name?
Canyon Barry.
Canyon Barry.
Canyon.
They're not sending their best.
Could have sent freaking Torian Prince. Anybody.
Another San Antonio kid. Well done.
Duncan Robinson, I'd take. Duncan Robinson.
Well, maybe we put Caitlin on that 3-on-3 thing.
But give me Caitlin. Put her out there with the dudes. I'd give her a better chance than Canyon Barry.
That whole game is weird. The referees are wearing weird clothes. I can't quite figure out how they keep score. There's two sets of numbers going on. Did we ever figure out what that was?
You get one for a regular shot and two for a three, but you also get one for a free throw.
But what were the yellow boxes beside the green boxes? Did we ever figure out? There was a score. So they keep track of 1-point shots as opposed. Okay.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I think what it's going to do is it's going to take us just being humiliated.
Like when we lose our first international breakdance battle.
Because let's face it, this more than anything, like as we say, the world has caught up, right, in basketball. And they haven't quite caught up because we still have the dominant team, but the world's at a level now where it's not a given that we're just going to roll out the Team USA jersey and win by 50 anymore.
Yeah.
That we almost lost to South Sudan. We won by 1 point against South Sudan. But what I can tell you is if, Serbia has their 12 best players playing on the big team, our 13th, 14th, 15th guys are so much better than theirs.
Yes.
That it shouldn't even be close. Because that's what we've got that they don't have. We've got guys, so many guys who can ball.
Yes.
That, like, if we made a second, third, fourth, fifth team, it's not even close.
Right. Well, we shouldn't be dealing with dudes that their last job was playing in the Chinese league for debt. I mean, we obviously are arrogant in our choice, and we act like, oh, they practice a couple of weeks and they're going to go over and beat the Euros who have literal leagues of this stuff. And yeah, they're going to embarrass us, and we have been embarrassed at a sport that is ours. It must be addressed. Grant Hill's over Team USA basketball. Fix this.
Well, guess what? Last Olympics, we didn't even qualify. That's why they went out and got Jimmer, because they didn't qualify. I got an idea. Chase Buddinger's out there playing volleyball.
Double duty. Good go get him some shoes.
I got an idea, bub. You you want to be a star? You medal in both these events, you're going to be an Olympic star. And Chase Budinger is better than anybody playing for Team USA's 3-on-3.
Even right now.
He is better than almost any scientist in the whole country at basketball, is my guess.
Well, we did bring our best scientist.
He's probably the top hooping scientist in the country.
We misread the application process, and we brought highly educated men of letters and not hoopers. But we'll pass the test.
Maybe we were hoping it was like he was Bruce Banner.
Well,
and after they lost their first game, he would get really angry and Hulk out and then become an unstoppable monster. But it hasn't happened. He didn't take the right potion.
Well, there's a medal for sportsmanship and playing and grade point. Think about what he did for our grade point average.
Yeah, you know who gets those? Losers.
Well,
we're the all academic 3-on-3 team. Who gives a bleep? How about win a freaking game 22-14 to Serbia?
And our women's volleyball team lost too.
Oh my God.
Not surprising. The Chinese are pretty good, but
we only have 4 gold medals, Rob.
I said that to our group last night. I said, man, this has been kind of a lousy Olympics, and we have the most medals. It ain't
not
about
the most golds.
It ain't about bronze. I'll accept the silver. But we only got 5 golds. Now, we haven't started the good bit, our events.
4 golds.
4. We haven't started track and field. We haven't started some of these things we're going to medal in. But
you know who
slow.
You know who has more medals than us now?
Japan.
South Korea has 5 gold medals. Australia, Great Britain, and France have 6. Japan has 7. China has 8 gold medals.
Well, they're cheaters. We don't count them.
These are our enemies. We need to. I'll tell you what, man. Ronald Reagan would never allow China to double us up in gold medal count. This in 1984, this would never have happened.
Well, we still got about 7 days to really come through. We're saving the money events later. Like we got the gymnastics gold. Does that count as 1 gold or
1
4?
gold?
But it's 1 gold per teammate, right? So it should be 4 golds.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, otherwise, like the women's water polo team would get like
19.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Well, that'd be the way we pad our stats.
Yeah, we don't want that. And we do have track and field coming up, and those
are the show beats. That's
we're good at that.
That's where we make our hay.
But you know what? We're usually good at lady swimming. We ain't that good at lady swimming anymore.
The Aussies are kicking our ass.
Yeah. Are we good at diving anymore?
Were we ever?
Houston's own Laura Wilkinson won a gold medal in Australia.
Forgive me, I did not know that. So yes, but we should return to greatness. I didn't know.
Nice.
What kind of diving was it? Like the platform or the
platform?
Respect.
Oh, yeah.
I leave that to the Euros. That's scary.
Yeah. Although I do like watching I know like that viral video of that old Olympic diving board mishap is going around. I love people doing dives and hurting themselves. Although yesterday someone sent me a reel on Instagram and I was watching, and it was a big fat person who was doing diving board, but he was like
perfect.
He was doing good. I mean, this is a big boy. It looked like imagine mid-90s Roseanne Barr doing diving.
But did he achieve the no splash?
No, there was still a splash.
The problem.
But he would do like a double backflip and land head first, every time.
Was it like a nuclear bomb going off when it hit the water?
It wasn't quite that bad, but it wasn't like
was there a splash zone at the diving contest?
It wasn't Shamu splashing, but it was.
Riddle me this: why do they take a shower every time they get out of the water?
To get the chlorine off of them, I guess.
Okay, I mean, I don't see swimmers get out of their race and immediately run to the shower.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know.
but they're not going to stay out there again. Like the swimmer.
That's it. Maybe they're going to put on a robe and give them normal sized towels. Why do they give them little dish rags?
I don't get that either.
This is the Olympics. Let's go big time. Give them a full on towel.
All right, let's hit our last break of the day. When we come back, we'll take a look at the daily lines where Patrick Corbin Day came through again.
Thank you, Patrick.
In a big way. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio's Sports Star. If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
Well, they don't have a Patrick Mahomes. I mean, there's a huge difference.
Very true, but again, you've got a guy that was second in MVP voting last year.
How much life is that going to give it? We're going to go 10 more years with that?
You just want to ignore.
Holy cow.
I mean, you don't replace that.
I just remember the last game he played.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Savings. Now that's speaking the Lowe's language. And when you join My Lowe's Rewards for free, the savings just keep coming. Save money with member-only offers, plus earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards, just for you. Because Lowe's knows you earned it, literally. Learn more about our loyalty program at lowes.com/MyLowe'sRewards and become a member for free today. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Concerned about age-related macular degeneration, or AMD? If you're over 50, then you should be. AMD impacts as many as 1 in 10 Americans over 50, severely impacting your vision and robbing you of your ability to drive, read, and enjoy the vibrant beauty of life. Now, protecting your eyes is easier thanks to New Nordic's Blueberry Eye Supplements. Specifically formulated to improve eye health, New Nordic's Blueberry Eye Supplements not only protect your eyes, but help improve night vision, as well as helping to relieve eye fatigue caused by digital devices. Only New Nordic uses wild Swedish blueberries because of their superior concentration of color pigments, which are vital to eye function and health. New Nordic's Blueberry Eye Supplements are Scandinavia's #1 selling natural eye formula. But now you can find them at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com. Enjoy healthy vision with New Nordic's Blueberry Eye Supplements. Available now at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 210-615-7777 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
Hey everybody, it's Joe Reinagel from The Blitz. I cannot tell you how happy I am with my brand new Connecticut quality water softener. Had it in my house now for about 2 weeks, and the difference it is making is just unbelievable. You know, Connecticut's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. Their products are made in America, and you live in San Antonio in South Texas, a water softener, it's a must. And Connecticut is the absolute best, up to 80% more efficient than competing models. Simple design, fewer moving parts, parts. And in fact, you don't plug it in. No plug-in at all. It does not run on electricity. It only works when you need it to work. And right now, if you've been thinking about a Kinetico quality water softener in your home, Kinetico is going to let you try one for 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. All you have to do is give them a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or KineticoSA.com.
The NFL is on. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, live from Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California, baby. California. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
So on this fine Wednesday morning, you eating any crow after Simone Biles, the greatest American athlete, has successfully returned to the glory that once was?
Listen, I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be like I'm not like a statement maker. I'm not trying to rile people up when I say this. I think what happened 3 years ago with Simone Biles was the outlier, but I still saw it happen with my own eyes. And you can call it what you want. You can call it a mental break. You can call it the twisties. You can call it whatever the hell you want to call it. She said, I don't want anymore. I'm not at my best. I'm out. And all I know is in every other athletic competition, if someone does that, we call it quitting on your team.
And that's also, I don't think it's just male. It's also female. I mean, it was a very unique thing with gymnastics. I don't know why that gymnasts, or at least she, got that pass. Now, we have come to learn not long after that, maybe what she was dealing with was in fact real. It just didn't manifest in a way that we could understand it. But it did. It was odd and weird and unfortunate. And now as I look at my feed this morning from all the pertinent sports periodicals and dailies, it is Biles is back. Biles is great. Biles and Biles and Biles, miles of Biles and all of that stuff.
Dude, it's awesome. I'm happy. You know me, man. I don't care particularly about gymnastics, and I know that is by far the most popular Olympic sport. I've got no interest in it really, but I know that's what people like, and thus she is by far the biggest star. She's not LeBron James star level, but she is, as far as the Olympics go, she's the biggest star there for Team USA. That said, I always want us to win. I want the U.S. to win everything, unless they are going against Iga Swiatek. I want Team USA to win, but I also, again, I wouldn't have given anybody else a pass for that. So I'm not trying to say in hindsight I was right, in hindsight I was wrong. I'm just saying at the time it felt like she quit on her team.
It did.
I'm so happy for her that she's back and had this success. That's what that's what I wanted to happen 3 years ago.
And maybe if she'd have I hate to say it this way, but if you just powered through, even though it was affecting you, and we just saw you go down, but you didn't look hurt. You didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
It looked like it was COVID. No one was there. You didn't care, and you weren't playing good, so you went home.
I saw Kerry Strug's coach have to care. Now, I don't know if Kerry Strug's coach was one of the bad coaches, or
he was.
Oh, was he?
He wasn't, but he condoned some of the stuff that was going on. Going on there at the ranch.
Maybe that's why Simone didn't want to say she was hurt.
Allegedly. I'm just saying. Yeah.
But yeah, but I saw Kerry Strug, what she did, and I'm like, okay. If Kerry Strug wouldn't have won, I still would have been like, that was badass. She tried.
Pretty crazy. She's still on one foot, man. That was awesome.
If you told me Simone Biles had the twisties and she went flying through the air and landed flat on her back, I'd be like, oh, that's crazy. But it's badass that she went out there and tried it.
Maybe if it was a scarier name. She's dealing with the twisties.
And like you said, pilots deal with this stuff. And I understand that because they're like going up thousands of feet in the air and then coming down. I would assume like if you're a mountain climber, you probably deal with things in your inner ear when you deal with these massive elevation changes. That makes sense to me. It's hard to me when you're jumping like, I don't know, 7 feet off the ground. Like, that's like saying pole vaulters can get the twisties. Like, oh, I jump up in the air and now I'm like, oh, I don't know where I'm landing. It's weird.
I think I have the twisties already. That's why I've never been a good gymnast.
I could be. I think honestly that's prevented my career.
A promising gymnastics career, but the twisties took me early.
Almost all of my athletic things have been shortened by the twisties. I'd probably still be fighting.
Damn,
if I didn't have it. That would have been after my professional football, baseball, whatever careers ended as well. But I'm just not there. All right, let's take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Now, I told you guys, nothing in sports betting is guaranteed, but there's some things that are close. And Patrick Corbin Day is very, very close to a guarantee.
I think we're going to run out of Patrick Corbin days. We might have just had our very last.
I don't think so, Bub.
You think yesterday's outcome's going to bring him back? Okay.
This has been happening for 2 years straight, Rob. This is what he is. If you're the Nationals, you're not making the playoffs.
That's true.
What are you going to do? You're paying this guy anyway. Go out there and eat up some innings.
The human victory cigar. Bring him in. 17 runs yesterday.
17-0 was the final. I mean, Rob, we're at dinner, and I say, Rob, good news on the Patrick Corbin Day front. It's the third inning. It's 9-0. I think we're going to make it. And we did. God bless it.
Thank them.
So thanks to Patrick Corbin Day. It was a good day. We'll get to baseball in a minute. Let's take a look at the basketball in the Olympics. We've got France. The first one's underway. I guess they get started in about 30 minutes, it looks like. France minus 16.5 against Japan. Japan. Oh, never mind. That game's already been played. What am I talking about? Today, the first game is Serbia. Serbia at Puerto Rico.
Who lost to Southern Sudan.
So they start at 8:15. Serbia is an 18-point favorite. So think about that. Serbia just got beat by what? 25 by the U.S. Now they're 18-point favorites over Puerto Rico. And I kind of lean to Serbia getting it done.
Yeah.
If you're losing to South Sudan, you're going to lose to the better teams in this thing.
Yeah.
And Serbia, I think, is actually one of the better teams. And also now Serbia is pissed off that they just got punked out. So I expect a good game from them. South Sudan and the U.S., they start at noon. USA, minus 28.
I hate.
The line is dropping, baby. Keeps on dropping.
That's a big number.
It is, but smaller than it was 31.5.
I still
at 28, you'd still like Sudan?
They're going to cover. That's a huge number.
That is a big number. And tomorrow, our gals get back underway. The USA women against Belgium. The number 22.5. That feel?
I haven't seen Belgium, but I assume how many games have they run in a row now? We had 56, 96,
something like that.
57, and they're going to cover.
That's the safe bet.
Yes.
Daniil Medvedev in action right now, playing under no flag. AIN, it says. I don't know what that means.
Athletes. I don't know.
International something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he's underway right now. And later on today, we'll see Novak Djokovic's second match. He faces Stefanos Tsitsipas from Greece.
Not going to be around much longer.
And Novak's a minus 425 favorite after dispatching Rafael Nadal quickly. And Iga Swiatek is underway right now. This matters to some, mostly me.
And me.
No offense. I love the USA. But Danielle Collins, it ain't you.
It's a lead, follow, or get out of the way situation.
Yep.
You're going to have to get out of the way.
Get out of the way, girl. This is Iga's time, I'm hoping anyway. But Yeah, she's underway right now. They just got started. Eagle won the first game. They're 1-0 in the first set, so they haven't even really gotten this thing going. Major League Baseball. We've got Taj Bradley for the Tampa Bay Rays, minus 245. Oof. Tampa Bay just traded away damn near everybody they've got at the major league level, and they are minus 245 favorites against the Marlins and Roddery Munoz. A lot of early games today, by the way. Early starts. That's a 9:10 start, 9:10 a.m.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Local time.
Yeah.
So it's like noon on the.
It's the gentleman's, but
it is
crazy.
Wednesday. Yeah. The Yankees. You remember yesterday they were supposed to have Garrett Cole start. He got scratched. He just said, my arm's tired.
Dead.
So I think they're gonna skip a start for him. Nestor Cortez going for the Yankees today against Christopher Sanchez and the Phillies. Phillies minus 118 favorites. Baltimore, I like them today. Grayson Rodriguez on the hill for the O's. They take on Pablo Espino and the Toronto Blue Jays. Orioles minus 225. That's a big number. But the Orioles are a team that did a lot of buying at the deadline. Blue Jays a team that did a lot of selling at the deadline. And right around this deadline time, I want to fade those teams that are selling off because I feel like they're looking around the locker room and saying, what are we doing? Why are we wasting our time here? Toronto is one of those teams, I think, sitting around the locker room going, what the hell is this? Is this even a team that we're fielding right now? The New York Mets, hot as they've been, even money. Good pitching matchup here. Pablo Lopez and Luis Severino, the Twins minus 120 on the road. Do you want to go for 17 in a row with the Chicago White Sox?
We're getting to the probability line of it's just because of the rules of probability. It's going to have to happen. They're going to fall ass backwards into a win. Something's going to happen.
Brady Singer throwing for the Royals today. He is minus 198 at Chicago. Drew Thorpe going for the White Sox.
It ain't going to happen today.
Boy, and the poor White Sox. I was reading a story about trade deadline grades for every team. And Chicago got an F because they didn't even trade the guys people thought they were going to trade. Garrett Crochet he's still Garrett Crotchet because he still plays for the White Sox. Luis Robert, who was looked at as like maybe the best hitter available, still on the White Sox. It's like, what are you guys doing?
Hey, you started this. You got to end it.
Yeah,
you made this dead. Go to sleep. We'll get rid of you in this September.
Chris Sale and the Atlanta Braves minus 120 at Milwaukee. That's a pretty decent matchup. Yeah. 7 is the total. Freddie Peralta going for the Brew Crew
tonight.
And it's this morning. It's also at 11 o'clock our time out here. Andrew Haney and the Rangers are at the Cardinals. Michael McGreevy going for the Redbird. That's a pick'em game. The Washington Nationals look to bounce back. The day after Patrick Corbin Day is Mackenzie Gore Day. The Diamondbacks, who will be throwing reigning Cy Young winner Zach Gallen, are minus 180 favorites. George Kirby of the Seattle Mariners, a guy that I've made some money on this season. I like him again here today, minus 115 at Boston. Brian Bello going for the Red Sox. Nick Lodolo pitching for the Reds. He's a minus 148 favorite, hosting Kyle Hendricks and the Cubs. The Astros looking to avoid the sweep. Woof. At the hands of the Pittsburgh Pirates. They are favored to do so. Framber Valdez minus 218. The Pirates throwing Jake Woodford, who is a made-up person, plus 180 on the comeback. Potentially great pitching matchup in the Dodgers-Padres game. The total set at 7. Anytime a total set at 7, you know it should be a decent pitching matchup. Dylan Cease coming off his no-hitter for the Padres, minus 135, hosting Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers.
Who looked good. He looked good coming out.
He did, but you know what? I'm going to back Dylan Cease here. Yeah. I like the Padres here. The Dodgers scuffling a little, to the radar. Remember, they were the team people were like, they might break the Mariners record for most wins in a season.
Right.
They ain't even close to that. It's not like they're bad, but they're not nearly what their payroll suggests they should be.
Clayton pitching again, they'll be all right.
And the A's Ross Stripling in the Battle of the Bay. Ross Stripling going for Oakland there, plus 180. Logan Webb and the Giants, minus 218. And then I told you I'm going to play some props today in the Olympic basketball game. I'm going to go Jason Tatum over 9.5 points. And I'm going to go – I haven't looked at Bam's number. I need to find it. I'm going to go Bam under his points because I think Tatum is going to get all of Bam's minutes. It was too big of a deal for Steve Kerr to ignore it. And I think the way that South Sudan is going to match up with Team USA, this is you're not going to see, we're not going to need beef.
Small ball, baby.
Yep. So I expect a lot of Jason Tatum out there. Well, friends.
But next we speak, we will be sitting with Mike McCarthy tomorrow. We expect him about 7 o'clock.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to
early.
It. The Blitz will be here at 2. We'll actually be on with them a little bit today, bringing you some practice stuff. You may want to hop on YouTube and see that. Morning Huddle. Right here from camp, 94.1 San Antonio Sports.
Live from the Cowboys training camp in Oxnard. This is 94.1